Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, Dominica has shown improved performance in the 2024 May-June CXC examinations. In the news from the region, Haiti's government renews a state of emergency, and internationally, Africa's top public health agency says Africa could start Mpox vaccination within days. The details of these stories and more coming up next.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speed the delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch or line, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speed the delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
DBS News.
And welcome back. First off, Dominican candidates have outperformed the region in the number of subjects at the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate or CSEC levels. Director of Operations at the Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, Dr. Nicole Manning, made the announcement during a ceremony at the State House Conference Center this morning. The Caribbean Examinations Council, or CXC, officially released the results of the 2024 May-June examinations for the first time in Dominica this morning.
I start with Cape. I start with Caribbean Studies. So you're seeing a reduction from 87% to 68%. For Communication Studies, a reduction from 95% to 76%. For the Information Technology Unit 1, however, we saw stability of 90%, and the 90% would have been good over the last 4 years. Consistent with that is the Information Technology Unit 2. All of your candidates got acceptable grade, 100%. Now, consistent with the region, you also saw a large increase with integrated mathematics, moving from 37% to 51%. If you do the math, you're seeing that a 14% change. I move swiftly to the CSEC level. Dominica's performance in chemistry, consistent with the previous years. You maintain the 82%, again, the best you have seen over the last 3-4 years, and as well as the ones. You're seeing the 60% moving to 22%. Congratulations. For English A, the stability of 84-83%. The region would have been 76%. Your performance is 83%. Likewise, you had an increase of a 1% on the grade 1. English B, likewise, 84%, a 10% increase overall performance, and a 4% increase on the grade 1s. Family Resource Management, 94%, the best you have had in 4 years. You would have seen an increase in the grades 1 and 2, a slight reduction in the 3s, but guess what? That would have meant the candidates would have moved up to the grades 1 and 2. That's marvelous. Food, Nutrition and Health, 96%, the best you have had in 4 years. For the Human and Social Biology, like the region, you would have done very well in this area, but you would have moved from the 80s into the 90s, and 95% overall performance. For Information Technology, 86%. For Mathematics, while you have stability similar to the other years, it is something that you have to look at.
Meantime, Dr. Manning says Dominica also showed improvement at the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examinations or CAPE level.
CAPE. I start with Caribbean Studies. So you're seeing a reduction from 87% to 68%. For Communication Studies, a reduction from 95% to 76%. For the Information Technology Unit 1, however, we saw stability of 90%, and the 90% would have been good over the last 4 years. Consistent with that is the Information Technology Unit 2. All of your candidates got acceptable grade, 100%. Now, consistent with the region, you also saw a large increase with integrated mathematics, moving from 37% to 51%. If you do the math, you're seeing that a 14% change.
Director of Operations at the Caribbean Examinations Council, Dr. Nicole Manning. Meantime, Minister of Education, Octavia Alfred, has called for greater emphasis on skills amongst Dominican students.
Our National Center of Excellence for TVET is under construction with funding from the People's Republic of China. The Ministry of Education strongly advocates that each child should leave school with a skill to be able to contribute meaningfully to the economic development of Dominica. More than 90% of our 2023 graduates from secondary schools, government secondary schools that is, graduated with passes in at least one TVET subject. We are getting closer to the 100% mark. I am happy that CXC has launched and developed a framework for Caribbean Technical Education Certificate, which is a broad-based qualification geared towards character development, technical and applied competencies for employment, entrepreneurship, and good citizenry. We commend CXC on these initiatives because too often we notice candidates applying for employment with beautiful grades, but they have not mastered the employability skills needed to function effectively in the workplace. We hope that will not be too much about money, but about building the ideal Caribbean person. Let us continue to harmonize our planning process to deliver quality education for all.
And that was Minister for Education, Octavia Alfred. All candidates have access to their results online. And 11 Dominican students have been granted scholarships by the government of Cuba. The presentation of the scholarships took place at the State House Conference Center this afternoon.
Dear students of the Nature Island, the Isle of Beauty, on behalf of the Cuban Embassy, I congratulate each of you on this achievement. We are confident that you will represent Dominica with honor and return with knowledge and experience that will enrich your homeland. I do not wish to conclude my remarks without also expressing our gratitude to all those who have contributed to this moment, family members, educators, and authorities of Dominica, especially the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Thank you all for your presence and support on this significant day. Let's continue working together so that more young people in Dominica can access educational opportunities and build a better future full of hope and prosperity.
And that was Cuba's ambassador to Dominica, His Excellency Miguel Fraga Gonzalez. Minister for Education Octavia Alfred said the scholarships from Cuba come at a time when students need to expand their horizons in several areas.
I must underscore how important this gift of education is, because in an age of advancing knowledge and unprecedented advancement in technology, learned people are imperative for individual development and for the economic growth and sustainability of Dominica. In an age where we are challenged by successive disasters, challenges of climate change, and much global economic challenges brought on by global imbalance, war, global health crisis, lingering supply chain constraints, and shrinking economy, it becomes even more urgent to empower our youth with new skills and new knowledge to take on the challenges of the world. Now a new war is creeping up, a war for climate justice, and we are not even sure how we are going to face and deal with it. Education remains a major priority of this government as we seek to elevate the lives of our people. Therefore, the continued investment of the government of the Republic of Cuba in the development of our human resource must be acknowledged and highly commended.
Minister for Education Octavia Alfred, President of the Dominica-Cuba Friendship Association, Dr. Damian Dublin, encouraged the students to be focused in Cuba.
This is a joyful moment. You're going in Cuba at a time, a very difficult time, because of the economic blockade things are very, very difficult, but you're going on a mission. I want to use this opportunity to pay tribute to the first set of graduates, the first set of young guys who were brave enough to decide they're going to Cuba. It was a difficult decision for the parents, but they made the decision, and that was the key which opened the door for all of the others to follow. I'll tell you, at one point in time, all the medical district, the 7 districts, each of these districts was manned, headed by a Cuban graduate. The chief dental surgeon is a Cuban graduate. At one time, the chief medical officer. Cuban graduates have occupied almost every aspect of human development in Dominica. And if you think of it, which other country in the world would have provided that level of human resource to come back to contribute?
And that was Dr. Damien Dublin. And the Caribbean Examinations Council has appointed a committee to develop standards aimed at increasing passes in mathematics and English. Chief Executive Officer of the Caribbean Examinations Council, Dr. Wayne Wesley, says the regional examination body is concerned over the low number of passes in both mathematics and English. His remarks came while addressing the ceremony of the official release of the May-June 2024 examination results this morning.
So we are in a very challenging time that we need to give greater attention to mathematics and English. Let's ensure that students leaving the school system, if they don't have anything else, let's ensure that they are numerate and literate. To that end, the Caribbean Examinations Council has already commissioned a team to begin to develop standards for literacy and numeracy. And those standards will be used with the incorporation of artificial intelligence for us to be able to design targeted intervention for the areas and opportunities for development for these candidates. And how is it that they are going to acquire the skill? This particular program will be complementary with what is happening in the education system. Now, this is not intended to be the panacea. But I think as an examining body, we need to assist the system, the ecosystem. So it's not just the Ministry of Education. It's not just the Caribbean Examinations Council. It's not just the teachers. It's not just the education officers. It's not just the government. It's not just parents. It's not just community. Collectively, us together will have to sit down and figure a way to correct this serious problem impacting the development of the human capital of the region.
And that was the Chief Executive Officer of the Caribbean Examinations Council, Dr. Wayne Wesley. And an eco-resort and spa in Dominica has decided to give back to the community by presenting a rejuvenating experience, Rejuvenature Day, which is an event being hosted by Rosalie Bay Eco-Resort and Spa, seeks to encourage and promote natural, healthy living. The event, carded for August 31st from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., will also bring together entrepreneurs who produce and sell local products and crafts.
We'll be having the Rejuvenature Wellness Day on August 31st. The day is more or less a health and wellness day where you come and you learn about different foods, different herbs, activities that you can do that will help you to develop yourself and to keep a healthy lifestyle. We will have a number of presenters present, and the theme for that day would be one with self and one with nature. So more or less, we're looking at the back to basics process where we take the farm to table approach, our fresh fruits and vegetables, and different manners in which we can utilize these products to cook, to make healthy snacks and lunch and, meals to eat. And also the wellness aspect of it for your mind and your body. Apart from just food, we have the yoga, we have tantra, so your sexual health, your mental health, your emotional, and basically your whole energy, just to come out and learn how to rejuvenate yourself naturally.
And that was Operations Coordinator at Rosalie Bay Eco Resort and Spa, Janelle Morris. And on the feature segment of the news, we highlight another boat builder. Boat builder Akimani Roberts of Point Michelle told us about his exploits and said he learned from Godard Ravalier of Layu. Tonight we featured one of the best boat builders in Dominica, Godard Ravalier.
At a very young age, maybe I was like 16, 17 years, I was doing woodwork in a woodwork shop. But I always liked fishing because I always used to be around the elderlies, these fishermen by the bayside with the nets, go and see if them being bala, and I always loved that culture because I grew up in that. My family is fishing. But I was doing woodwork, learning trade, and I just decided, well, I have to build a boat. So the other man at Layu, they call him Edward Carrot. His name better known as Brother Pooh. I used to go around him. He was building boots at that time, so I used to watch him and help him. He come and help me when I start to structure my own. And then I decided, well, I have to finish it up. I finished it up on my own. I put it on the water. It was doing great. And then I had a friend of ours that come out from Carriacou, Grenada. He came on the barge. He became my friend by just going by the barge. And I introduced myself to him. We start to reason. He come on the shore and we start to think. And he was a boat builder in his community too as well. So from there, me and Howard take away from there, and he taught me 1, 2 things, and from there I take ahead from there. And I start to do my thing on my own. And there I get stronger, and I still can build cupboards, I still can build furnitures. So I just transfer to boat building. I love it, so I just stay in it for many years now, maybe more than 40 years, almost 40 years of my life in that. And I getting stronger until I start to teach 1, 2 little boys, and they get stronger in the community, and as well they doing successful now. There is one of the strongest builders in the community now. And right now we are so successful builders in the community now. And I love to see that. All of us doing our own thing with here, but all of us on our own, we're doing our thing, but we're doing good.
It's hard work,
yes,
but I suspect very profitable too.
Well, it have a help in it, but the payment for it is very low still compared to the friend neighboring countries like Guadeloupe, Martinique. They even calling us and tell us come up and work because the price we charging, they checking that is little money for what they paying. We have a guy in St. Lucia that just call us one of these days and tell us what we do in Dominica. He telling us a price of a boat and what are you watching he doing. I checking that is nothing for what I do. Also that boat are 10 times more work than the boat he repairing. And he tell us they just give him $40,000 down payment to work on the boat.
You are known as what? One of the best builders, or maybe the best builder in Dominica?
I'm not rating myself like that. I know it have a stronger man than me, I rate him. That is Jonathan in call you, I rated him like that. He's the strongest in Dominica. I rate him so. I know I'm strong because I can build like him. I doing anything he doing. But I rated him stronger than me.
And that was a boat builder Godard Ravelier. And this brings us to the end of this evening's special feature segment as well as the national focus. Up next is news from the region and international.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speed the delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
DBS News.
And welcome back. Now news from the region. Haiti has renewed a state of emergency for several areas in the French-speaking Caribbean community country as the authorities continue their efforts to restore peace and stability to there. Justice and Security Minister Carlos Hercules said that the SOE has been renewed for 1 month until September 19th. It said that during this period, curfews may be established if necessary in the departments and districts where a state of emergency has been declared. Haiti has been without an elected head of state since July 7, 2021, when Jovenel Moïse was assassinated at his private residence overlooking Port-au-Prince. Internationally, Africa's top public health agency said that the Democratic Republic of Congo, or the DRC, and other African countries could start vaccinating against Mpox within days. The Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or Africa CDC, has been working with countries experiencing Mpox outbreaks on logistics and communication strategies to roll out vaccine doses that are due to arrive following pledges by the European Union, vaccine maker Bavarian Nordic, and the United States, as well as Japan. The World Health Organization last week declared Mpox a global public health emergency for the second time in 2 years as a new variant of the disease spreaded rapidly in Africa. This brings us to the end of this evening's news. Up next is sports.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
And welcome to your DBS Evening Sports for today, Tuesday, August 20th. First off, the third edition of the Women's Caribbean Premier League 2024 is all set to get underway with the league phase beginning tomorrow. A total of 7 matches will be played over the next few days, with all the matches, including the finals, scheduled to be held at the Brian Lara Cricket Stadium in Tarouba, Trinidad and Tobago. The 3 teams competing for the title are Barbados Royals Women, Guyana Amazon Warriors Women, and Trinbago Knight Riders Women. Each team will play the other 2 teams twice, with the top 2 on the table at the end of the league stage earning their spots in the finals. The defending champions, Barbados Royals, will collide with Guyana Amazon Warriors in the tournament opener on Wednesday. The inaugural edition winners, the Trinbago Knight Riders Women, will face Barbados Royals in the second match of the tournament on August 22nd. And the Darren Lloyd Football League, which is headed into its 3rd week, has been deemed a success thus far. 6 matches have been played over the last 2 weekends, and Dahlia John Baptist reported on the action in the Darren Lloyd Football League.
The action kicked off with an electrifying performance by Harlem against Miro. Harlem dominated the field, claiming a decisive 6-0 victory. Troy Jewell was the star of the show, finding the back of the net 3 times with stunning precision. Chance Marshall, Ricky Wayland, and Philip Matthew each added to the scoreline, showcasing Harlem's depth and skill across the team. Next up was a fiercely contested battle between Layu and Hell Street. The game was a nail-biter, with both teams pushing their limits. Hell Street emerged victorious, clinching a hard-fought 1-0 win. Ashwin Hill was the hero of the match, his solitary goal securing the points for Hell Street. The week wrapped up with Georgia's taking on Ghettos in a match that saw Georgia's attacking prowess on full display. Ordell Robin was unstoppable, netting 3 goals to lead his team to 6-2 triumph. Lara John Baptist, Noah Vidal, and Dylan Carlisle each added to Georgia's tally, making it a well-rounded team effort. Ghettos fought valiantly with their 2 goals, adding to the spectacle of the match, but it wasn't enough to overcome Georgia's relentless offense. By the end of week 1, Harlem, Hell Street, and Georgia had each secured 3 points, setting the stage for the next round of intense matchups.
Meantime, there were wins for Hell Street and Harlem in week 2 of play.
The momentum continued into week 2 with Hell Street taking on Ghettos in a thrilling encounter. Hell Street once again demonstrating their winning form, edging out Ghettos with a 3-2 victory. Coulson John, Dylan Augustine, and Randolph Peltier each found the back of the net for Hell Street, while Ghettos put up a strong fight, scoring 2 goals that kept the pressure on until the final whistle. Georgia continued their winning streak with a narrow 2-1 victory over Miro. Ordell Robin maintaining his reputation as top scorer, adding another goal to his tally, while Dylan Carlisle's contribution secured the win. Miro's Taj delivered a superb goal, but it wasn't enough to topple the informed Georgia side. The week concluded with Harlem once again showcasing their dominance, this time against Layu. The 8-2 scoreline was a testament to Harlem's attacking brilliance. Troy Jules was in sensational form, scoring 4 goals and cementing his status as a formidable striker. Rashid Wallace, Philip Matthew, Kemar Philip, and Nolani Joseph also found the net, with Layu's Bijan Hill scoring twice in a valiant effort. As we head into week 3, anticipation is building for the upcoming matches. This week promises more heart-stopping action, starting with Georgia's facing off against Layu at 6 p.m., followed by a high-stake clash between Harlem and Hell Street at 8 p.m. on Saturday, August 24th. The excitement continues on Sunday, August 25th, with Ghettos taking on Mero at 6 p.m.
And that was Adalia John Baptist reporting for the Darren Lloyd Football League. And javelin record holder Addison James is set to represent Dominica at the World Under-20 Championships beginning August 27, 2024 in Peru. Meantime, a number of grassroots programs for the Dominica Athletics Association are currently underway across Dominica. Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Athletics Association, Natasha Javier Carbon, has the details.
Javelin record holder Mr. Addison James will represent Dominica at the World Under-20 Championships in Lima, Peru from the 27th to 31st of August 2024. Addison currently holds a national record of 65.50 meters. He has been training and working hard, and we look forward to big things as he flies his Dominican flag proudly. The Dominica Athletic Association is pleased to announce its summer grassroots programs. These programs are geared at children 4 years to 14 years of age and covers training for all the track and field disciplines. Programs are ongoing and most will culminate on August 30th with a Kiddies Athletics Festival. Look for the team closest to you. Teams include the Athens Athletics Club in Grand Bay, Pioneers Athletics Club at the Botanic Gardens in Roseau, Striders Athletics Club also at the Botanic Gardens in Roseau, Aspirers and Winners Circle in Portsmouth, Westmore in the Marigot District, and the Kalinago Eagles in the Kalinago Territory.
And that was the Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Athletics Association, Natasha Javier Carbon. And Oli Pope says England are still Ben Stokes' team, despite the batter taking charge for the 3-test series against Sri Lanka. Regular captain Stokes misses out after injuring his hamstring playing for Northern Superchargers in the 100s. A 26-year-old Pope will become England's men's 82nd test captain in the first test at Emirates Old Trafford on Wednesday, but Stokes is remaining with the squad throughout the series. England would face off against Sri Lanka in 3 test matches beginning tomorrow morning at the Emirates Old Trafford in Manchester.
I guess when I got appointed vice captain a year and a half or so ago, that there's always a chance that something like this would happen, and it's not necessarily something you dream about, but it's one of the greatest honours I see in English cricket. So yeah, like I said, it's an honour to lead the team out for this series. It's exciting for me, and it's a chance for us as a team to sort of try and take a step forward. We're obviously missing Stokesy the player and Stokesy the leader as well, but it's a good challenge for us moving forward. Look, it's still Stokesy's team. I think everyone's pretty clear that they how they want to go about this week and this series in general. I think having Stokesy in the changing room is great. That's probably the difference between. I've had no message in my locker, but I'm sat next to him in the changing room, which is it's going to be great to have him around. If I want to lean on him, then I can lean on him, and then I think he's going to let me do my own thing for the course of this Test series as well.
And that was England's standing captain, Oli Pope. And the ICC has rated as unsatisfactory the pitches for the first 2 matches at the New York's Nassau County Stadium during the Men's T20 World Cup 2024, as well as the one for the semi-finals between Afghanistan and South Africa at the Brian Lara Academy in Taruba. The verdict comes nearly 2 months after the tournament, which India won by beating South Africa in the finals. In those 2 games in New York, Sri Lanka were bowled out for 77 against South Africa on June 3rd, and Ireland was shot out for 96 by India 2 days later. The second game, a number of players from the 2 sides copped blows on the body as results of the uneven bounce. And West Indies Test captain Craig Brathwaite says there are a lot of positives which can be derived from the recently concluded 2 Test match series against South Africa. West Indies went down to South Africa by 40 runs inside of 3 days in the second Test match in Guyana. South Africa took the 2-match Test series 1-0, but Brathwaite says the Caribbean side has to keep fighting.
You know, you guys have a lot of talent, a lot of potential, and we just got to keep working. the work never stops. Obviously, we have quite a little break onto the next test series, but just gotta keep fighting, man. Keep fighting and believing, and once we improve as players, the sky's the limit. I think bowling-wise, you look at Shamar coming back in, not playing the first test and coming in and bowling out so far playing the first day. Jaden throughout the series, he continued to keep coming despite it was some hot conditions. That was a positive. You see the two spinners, one of the first time two spinners played together in the Caribbean, and they did well. In particular this game where both of them were on the 3 runs and over. That was one thing we asked for, and that was great to see. And I think Jason Holder, how he batted in this first innings, in this second test especially, when we were losing a lot of wickets, and he stood there and controlled things, hold things together. I think that was a positive. But few more positives as well. I think Alec, his innings in, it's just important, to continue to keep learning as batters. Like Alec, I think he has, the world of potential. I can see him scoring a lot of test hundreds. But we just gotta keep thinking about our game, finding ways to improve. But pretty pleased with the bowling effort throughout the series, and batting wise, we fought. Maybe we scored above 200. In 3 of the innings, so it's just for us to aim to do it more consistently, and that's always the task. We always hear about being consistent, and I think mentally, it's to find ways to be better.
And that was West Indies Test captain Craig Brathwaite. Meantime, all-rounder Angelo Matthew is looking forward to Sri Lanka's first Test match since April and the huge challenge of touring England.
It's going to be a challenge definitely for us, but I think we should play our brand of cricket. I mean, we're not trying to, look at how other teams play. We just try and control what we can control and, make plans for the way they play and obviously, play good cricket. I mean, obviously if we play good cricket over the, 5 days, we can end up winning. So it's going to be a huge challenge, but we are looking forward to it. Guys like us and most of the players, in the dressing room wants to play Test cricket. And we all keep pushing SLC also to play more Test cricket. I mean, we've got 12 or 13 games this year. That's quite a lot. So, I mean, we are so happy that we are playing 12 or 13 games a year because, if you look at England, Australia or any other team, they play about, they play more than 15, most probably in a year. So we would also like to, and we are pushing, we keep pushing to play more Test cricket back at home.
And that was Sri Lanka's all-rounder Angelo Matthews taking us to the end of this evening's News and Sports. A special thanks to the DBS News and Sports team and special link person, DJ Miguel Labadie, aka the Doctor, the smoothest guy on the radio right here, man. Much love.
And you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Flow FastPay. 2 minutes and you're on your way. Flow FastPay. Flow FastPay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Three death announcements. Good evening. First, we announce the death of Mrs. Shemaine Green Brown, age 68, of Mount Daniel, who resided in Miami, Florida. The funeral details for the late Shemaine Green Brown of Mount Daniel will be given in a subsequent announcement. We also announced the death of Jeanette Eudora Lorimal, better known as Janice, age 85, of Lago, Portsmouth. She died on Thursday, 15th August, at the Dominica Infirmary. The funeral arrangements for the late Jeanette Eudora Lorimal of Portsmouth will be given in a subsequent announcement. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Gentle Rest Funeral Service, Inc. And we announced the death of Therese Justin Moise, better known as Jador, and Ma Stefan, who resided at Bellevue-Chopin. She died on Friday, 16th August. Funeral arrangements for the late Therese Justin Moise will be given in a subsequent announcement. The funeral arrangements entrusted to Gentle Rest Funeral Service, Inc. Management and staff of DBS extend condolences to the families of the late Shemaine Green Brown, the late Jeanette Eudora Lorimal, and the late Therese Justin Moise. DOASCO informs customers in Union Estate, Point Michel, that their water supply will be interrupted on Wednesday, 21st August, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. for the purpose of carrying out system maintenance. DOASCO regrets any inconvenience which may be caused and thanks customers for their cooperation and understanding. DOASCO informs customers in Bellevue-Chopin that the unscheduled interruption to their water supply today is as a result of a broken pump line. DOASCO assures customers that every effort is being made to restore optimal operation of the network in the quickest possible time. DOASCO regrets this inconvenience and thanks customers for their understanding. And applications are invited from suitably qualified individuals to fill the position of General Manager at the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union. The General Manager is primarily responsible for the overall operational success of the credit union under the supervision of the Board of Directors. The General Manager operationalizes the vision, mission, goals and policies of MCCU by means of strategic leadership. In addition to other duties, the General Manager is responsible for fostering and maintaining amicable alliances with external partners and relevant authorities. Qualifications: a maximum of a master's degree in business administration or economics with 3 years experience at a managerial level, or a minimum of a bachelor's degree in banking and finance or management with 5 years relevant experience. A cover letter, detailed curriculum vitae and the relevant particulars of 2 references should be submitted on or before Friday 30th August to the President, Board of Directors, Marigot Cooperative Credit Union, Wares Marigot, Commonwealth of Dominica. These were the general announcements.
Why miss a moment when there is DBS? From anytime, anywhere, stream our live coverages of functions, events, and funeral services as we capture every moment with precision and care. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook pages at DBS Radio and DBS Radio Funerals. For more info on our services, call 448-7672.
feeling sensational. Yeah. What didn't I do for you, girl? And I know, and I know, and I know. I act the fool for you. Love like a riddle, yeah. Give me the clues to the riddle. Oh, wow, oh. Laugh just a little, yeah. Life's pretty sweet, can't be bitchy. Tell me love her to the morning, nah, nah, nah. Love her to the nighttime, nah, nah, nah. I don't get nobody, yeah. If you give me body, I won't tell nobody, yeah. Valley girl, she West Coast. Now she want me pool skirt, so me pool skirt. Valley girl, she West Coast. You see, it's obvious, sensational. Yeah. What didn't I do for you, girl? And I know, and I know, and I know. I act the fool for you. Love like a riddle, yeah. Give me the clues to the riddle. Oh, wow, oh. Laugh just a little, yeah. Life's pretty sweet, can't be bitter. This one, she's fine, oh, yeah. She want this, then she got this. She know if we control them, yeah. She dance it, she wind it. She make me want give her body back shots, body. Give her body back shots, body. Give her body back shots, body. Whoa, 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 wow. Back shit the way I jump for NYC. Yeah. Big girl, she carry the best I've seen. Yeah. Assassin, sweet in my belly, you're like cake ice. Something jelly, eggplant emoji. So trained when I slide it in. Now she watching me like telly. Sensational, yeah. Waiting I do for you, girl. And I know, and I know, and I know. I act the fool for you. Love like a riddle, yeah. Give me the clues to the riddle. Oh, wow, oh. Laugh just a little, yeah. Life's pretty sweet, can't be bitter.
Girl, I only need your house address. And if you wanna pull up with my tape cassette, but put it wider than the internet. I'm a presidential if you Roosevelt to look. Goody goody, girl, goody bam bam. I need you now. Put me on fire like a lantern. Girl, you taste so divine, and I wonder why you so sensational.
What didn't I do for you, girl? Can I do for you? And I know, and I know, and I know. I act the fool for you. Love like a riddle, yeah. Give me the clues to the riddle. Oh, wow, laugh just a little, yeah. Life's pretty sweet, can't be bitter. Sensational, yeah. What didn't I do for you, girl? And I know, and I know, and I know. I act the fool for you. Love like a riddle, yeah. Give me the clues to the riddle. Oh, wow, laugh just a little, yeah. Life's pretty sweet, can't be bitter.
Update from the Dominican Meteorological Service at Douglas Charles Airport for the 20th of August 2024, recorded at 6 p.m. Conditions at the Douglas Charles Airport are partly cloudy with surface winds easterly at 4 knots or 7 km per hour. The present temperature 28 degrees Celsius or 82 degrees Fahrenheit. The maximum temperature for today was 31 degrees Celsius or 88 degrees Fahrenheit, and the minimum temperature was 26 degrees Celsius or 79 degrees Fahrenheit. The sun will rise at 5:51 a.m. and set at 6:26 p.m. The weather outlook for Dominican and the Lesser Antilles. A relatively dry atmosphere can be expected across the island during the night, as a high-pressure system continues to affect the area. Thereafter, by tomorrow, weak unstable conditions could result in an increase in cloudiness, which could generate some brief scattered showers across the region. A low concentration of dust haze can be expected during the next few days. People with respiratory sensitivities are advised to continue taking the necessary precautions to avoid complications. Slight to moderate seas can be expected in open water, with waves expected to peak near 5 feet. Synopsis: a high-pressure system is the dominant feature.